Hey guys, welcome back. This week I wanted to chat a bit about one of my favorite authors, Stephen King. Most people probably wouldn't assume, but I actually read quite a bit, or at least I kind of used to. But at least since I started reading, I was always into Stephen King novels because I don't know, he just creates this different kind of world that I can't really imagine other authors creating. It's just so elaborate and deep and intertwines with itself, and it's just some of the best reading I've ever read. You know, fuck school. Like, let's just read some Stephen King. I was gonna suggest some novels to you. Dark Tower series. I don't have the first one. This is the second one, The Drawing of the Three. The first one's called The Gunslinger. It is a 7-book series that is just undescribable with my word. It would not be worthy for you to take just my opinion on it. So you're gonna have to just check it out yourself. The first one is not even that big, and as soon as I read it, I was just hooked. I needed to know what was going on. It's about like a lone or the last gunslinger or whatever in a whole other complete world that's parallel to ours, and I'm not gonna say much more because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but I want you guys to pick up that book and just enjoy it. There's Gunslinger, we got The Drawing of the Three, The Wastelands. You guys are on top of a bunch of other books. Stephen King just recently released another Dark Tower book that actually takes place in between two of the ones that he wrote before, which is a little bit confusing. So it's kind of like book 4.5. So I guess there's kind of 8 books of the series. I'm just checking through that one right now. Like I kind of said before, his books all intertwine with each other. Not all of them. Most of them, and the Dark Tower series is kind of the basis of that. A lot of other books will be related to the Dark Tower series when we'll have little emblems. This is something I noticed at least. Where is that little fucker? 1 second. Oh, mind my language. Oh no, I screwed you guys up. This little insignia thing here, if you can see that, the keyhole with the rose. I noticed it on the Dark Tower books themselves. And here's a book called The Stand, which is another beautiful novel that you just have to check out. But look at that sitting right there. Ooh, maybe it's related. The Stand is about like an infection that basically like destroys the whole freaking planet. Not actually, but like wipes out a huge amount of the population. Like Black Plague times like, I don't know, I guess modern Black Plague, where it just like wipes out basically everybody in North America except for like 2 cities, and it's just so cool. You have to check it out. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about these books because I don't want to spoil them for you. I'm just trying to give you the basic outline. The Stand would be a good place to start. It's pretty long though, like it's a big chunky novel. It's almost 4 books in itself. That's kind of how it's divided actually, but check that out. The first Stephen King book I actually read was The Talisman, which he wrote with another author, Peter, I think his name was, Peter S. Straub or some weird shit. It doesn't really matter, just look into The Talisman. It kind of related to me personally because the main character is kind of a young teenage boy or whatever. I mean, you can't relate to Stephen King because it's just so out there, but in a way I feel like he's kind of writing, I don't know, to me and to my interests and what I want to, you know, hear someone or read someone go through. Like, I don't know. It's great. It's just all great. Let's see. Salem's Lot is another book I've read. Drop my pick. Why was I even holding it? It's about vampires and shit. There's a lot of good books. Not only does Stephen King have a lot of amazing books, he has movies as well, if you're not like totally, I don't know, brain dead. High rated, like big actors in his movies and shit. Most of them are pretty long, which I don't know about you, but I actually like long movies, kind of getting into them and just sitting down and sucking it all in. And sometimes like 5 hours or whatever it is, 3 discs is a little much, but I mean, I don't know. Check out The Shining. That's worth your time. They actually made a movie for this book too, The Stand, if you're too lazy to read it, but this is obviously a lot better. What else do I have to say to you about Stephen King? I feel brain dead, but I guess that's kind of about it. I've read basically all the books I mentioned. I've gotten halfway through a couple, like The Black House I didn't read all the way through. That was like a sequel to The Talisman, but it was not much of a like relation. I don't know. I also got halfway through the Dreamcatcher, which is apparently about aliens, but I had to read like half the book, and it was just all, I don't know, nothing. But I mean, obviously, like, I'm just being lazy and got into the Dark Tower series and ditched it, but I'll probably come back to that. I'm trying to think of some other Stephen King I could suggest to you. It's obviously, like, kind of crazy. Good movie out about that one, about a crazy clown that's, like, can flip dimensions and shit, I think, or something like that. I haven't read the actual book, I've only seen the movie. But yeah, definitely check those out. If I could suggest one thing to you that you would read and not regret one little bit, it'd definitely have to be the Dark Tower series, so look into that, my friends. Anyways, that's about it for this week. I hope you get a good read out of this information I've given you, and I hope you tune in next week. So, peace out, guys. Have a good one.